This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, a historic church in our area is holding a fundraiser. We'll tell you how you can help and visit this amazing place. Good evening and thank you for joining us at FYI. I'm Ken Kara and let's get right to our headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. 1 month from today, Hazleton will house one of 34 trauma centers in the state of Pennsylvania. That's because Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton has been granted Level 4 Trauma Center accreditation by the Pennsylvania Trauma Systems Foundation. The designation means that the Hazleton facility has the resources immediately available to provide optimal care and reduce the likelihood of death or disability to injured patients. Accredited trauma centers must be continuously prepared to treat the most serious life-threatening and disabling injuries. John Fletcher, the president of Lehigh Valley Hazleton, says, quote, "The Level 4 Trauma Center designation is a testament to our team's dedication to provide patients with the highest quality of care and expertise right here in our community," unquote. The development of Hurricane Joaquin has prompted state officials to urge citizens to watch for possible flooding over the next several days. Richard Finn Jr., the director of the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency, or PEMA, says if you live in a flood-prone area, get ready. Finn says it's important for the public to know the difference between a flood watch and a flood warning because each requires different action. A flood watch means that flooding may occur. Residents should stay alert and watch rivers and streams and be prepared to move to high ground quickly. A flood warning means that there is actual flooding. Residents should act at once and move to high ground. Finn says parts of the state could also see strong gusty winds over the weekend. He recommends securing or storing outdoor furniture, decorations, and other items that could cause damage or injury. For more information on how to create an emergency plan or emergency kit, you can go to readypa.org or you can download the free ReadyPA app for Apple and Android devices. I'll have the latest on the forecast from the National Weather Service a little later in tonight's program. The results are in, however, they won't count this year. Because of a new format that began with last year's test, the most recent Pennsylvania System of School Assessment Tests, more commonly known as PSSAs, will not count in the annual Pennsylvania School Performance Profile. Instead, the scores, which were significantly lower across the state, will be used by educators to prepare for this year's tests. This year's scores will count towards performance evaluation. For more on PSSA testing and to see how the Hazleton Area School District performed, you can log on to standardspeaker.com or pick up a copy of today's Standard Speaker. Hazleton police say a teen was robbed of his cell phone by a man on a bicycle with a knife. Police responded to the area of 2nd and P Streets around 5:30 yesterday afternoon. The victim, a 15-year-old male teen, says he was approached by a dark-skinned male who was riding a bicycle without a seat. The suspect was holding a closed pocket knife, took the victim's cell phone and fled. Anyone with information is asked to call Hazleton Police at 570-459-4940. Each year at this time, a festival is held to raise much-needed funds to help preserve a church in our area that dates back to the 1800s. Lisa Sugart has more on the Brainerd Church Festival and its role in preserving the past.
It is the only fundraising event that benefits the historic Brainerd Church in Seibertsville, along with the one-room schoolhouse that is also on that site. Here to tell us about their historic Brainerd Festival, taking place this Sunday, is Carolyn Tobias. Carolyn is a member of the Board of Directors for the Historic Brainerd Church Association, and Wendy Hildebrand is the secretary for the association. Carolyn, I'm going to start with you. This is a wonderful event that draws a lot of people each and every year, and your only big fundraiser.
That's correct. It is. Hopefully, we are going to have some fantastic weather. God's going to help us on that, I hope. We have so many things happening on the grounds. First of all, of course, the church is open. We're going to be starting at 9 o'clock in the morning with a service, a children's church service. The United Church of Christ from Cunningham, Pastor Sandy Murphy will be doing the church service for the children. After that, the ground's open and we start with all the fun that's going to be outside. We have, of course, the food will be there. We will have musicians on the ground. We will be having face painting, we'll be having face painting. I forgot about that. We are. And we're doing pumpkin painting for the children. So there will be fun things going on. We have almost 30 crafters that are coming. There will be apple cider. There will be apple dumplings, of course. They're fed, no calories in them, by the way. There will be Trash to Treasures. Wendy, is there anything I missed? I can't think of. There's so much going on that day.
There'll be the blacksmith will be there,
that's right.
and the schoolhouse will be open with some stuff inside it that you can go up and see the schoolhouse.
Wendy, this is like a major fundraising event, so needed, because I know you hold 2 special events there each year. Tell us about those.
Yes, we hold a Easter dawn service early in the morning, and it is done by candlelight if it is dark enough. If not, whatever natural light is there. And we also do a Thanksgiving Eve service that is done by candlelight. And if everybody and anybody is welcome to come. We have different pastors, or we even once had an undertaker do our service for us. Last year we had a monk do it from down at the monastery. And we asked people if they would like to read and that kind of stuff. We have a pump organ that Bob Brubaker plays, and he masters it quite well because a lot of the keys stick on it, and he knows how to get around the keys that stick. So we only do those 2 things a year plus the festival, and that is it.
Wow. And I know you had some damage at the church, so a lot of expenses in repairs.
Absolutely. Last year we did our spring examination of the church and found the plaster was all cracked and falling down in gobs, and to find out that the mortar on the outside of the church, and by the way, the church was built in 1853, the mortar had deteriorated. So the weather was coming in right into the plaster because there is no lath, there's no insulation, it's just the bricks and then the plaster. So we did a lot of repairs on the church. I just wanted to keep saying to everyone, this church does not belong to the association. It does not belong to anyone in particular. It belongs to the community, and we need your help to keep it going. Our resources, of course, have been dwindling because of the expense of the church, and our membership is dwindling because a lot of them have this color hair. So it's like we need new faces, we need new ideas. That's what we're asking for.
All right, very well said. This is the historic Brainerd Festival taking place this Sunday. The service in the church starts at 9 o'clock. All the festivities from 10 till 4 on the grounds. Please come out, support this very wonderful cause.
Thanks, Lisa. We'll see you after this break for our Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress segment. Well, after that, we'll have our weather forecast from the National Weather Service. We'll tell you what's happening as Hurricane Joaquin makes its way north. And later, the Marion Catholic golf team is having a heck of a year. We'll hear from some of the Colts in sports.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Today is the first day of October, and that makes tomorrow the first Friday in October. All this knowledge, and I never made the honor roll at Bishop Hayfie, and that means another First Friday celebration in downtown Hazleton. Lisa Sugart has more on tomorrow's festivities.
We're getting ready for another First Friday in downtown Hazleton. Pleased to welcome back Krista Schneider, the Executive Director of the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress. We're outside into downtown. It's a beautiful day, and you're expecting a beautiful Friday because you got a lot planned, and I understand art and food are on the menu.
Yes, indeed. The featured event for this month is a Latino Arts and Artists exhibit and lecture at the Hazleton Art League. So the talents of the Latino community, all the artistic, diverse talents of those artists will be on display. And we have a really neat addition. It's Dr. Beatrice Garcia Glick. She's from Penn State Hazleton. She's an instructor there. She's going to be talking about Latin art, the history of it, and the styles, and some really famous artists from Latin America. And so I hope that that'll, really put things into context and bring some people downtown that, are interested in the arts.
I know we spoke with Mark Rooney about the art exhibit. He's all excited about it. So a lot of really talented people in this area, so we hope people do come out for that. But you told me there's a big volunteer project going on as well in conjunction with Friday.
That's right. On this Friday, we're going to do a little bit of a cleanup of the Pine Street neighborhood. So anybody who's interested, especially those folks who live in that neighborhood, if they want to get out around lunchtime, we're going to be meeting up at the Pine Street Park. It's going to be a cleanup of the trail route of the Town and Trail race. The 10K and the half marathon that will take place on October 17th is going to run partly through that neighborhood up to Harmongeist and then back to the rail trail. And so we want to make it look as nice as possible, get things cleaned up, and so we're asking for volunteers to show up for that. And if anybody's interested in participating in the race, of course, we're still accepting registration, and that's a partnership between us, the Y, Hazleton Power, and the Civic Partnership.
I don't know how you keep up with all these different festivities. There's so much going on. And I know also you have some other things going on because you're going to be having other activities and food-related things going on Friday. So lots going on.
Yeah, we have actually the Dragonfly and Carmen's are both serving dinner on Friday night. So that's kind of a new thing. And so we're excited about that. Reservations are required for that. We have a photography exhibit at the Dragonfly, Meet the Artist event as well. And there's even a Wiltsey singer and songwriter who's going to be performing at the Wiltsey. Not downtown, but very close, and we're hoping to support that as well. The Sanctuary is going to be open again for a live professional wrestling event. We have our last outdoor movie of the season, Casper the Friendly Ghost, is going to be Hazleton Power's featured classic film in the Pocket Park. And we got a lot of use out of that Pocket Park this season, and this will be the last event, and we hope there's a good turnout for it.
Well, there's a ton of activities in conjunction with First Friday, and if they want to see the complete listing, where do they go?
They go to our website, downtownhazleton.org, and the full schedule of events is there. I forgot, very important to mention, the chili cook-off. There's also a chili cook-off, so if anybody wants to enter their family's favorite recipe, the contest is being held at the Shop 2, so you could bring your chili there, I think from 5 to 8. The public gets to judge, and the winner receives 2 tickets to the Philadelphia State Penitentiary. It's a haunted Halloween tour of the old prison. And that's supposed to be the place to go for if you're interested in spooky tours.
It's a little too spooky for my taste, but get your chili recipes out, get cooking. Come on down to Hazleton downtown Friday. A lot happening, and I'm sure it's going to be another great day like it is right now in downtown Hazleton.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
At first, this shot freaked me out a bit. It looks ominous, but then I noticed the birds just hanging out on the right side of the roof there, and that cheered me up. However, the forecast from the National Weather Service is cause for some concern tonight. Our weather forecast calls it will be cloudy with a low around 45 degrees, a north wind around 8 miles per hour. On the extended forecast, Friday, a slight chance of rain, cloudy with a high near 54, and then on Friday night, there will be rain mainly after 11 p.m. Our low will be 42 degrees. Wind will get up to 15 miles per hour. New precipitation amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 inch possible. On Saturday, rain once again, high of 54, wind up to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, a chance of rain, 50% chance, low of 47. On Sunday, rain is likely again, cloudy with a high near 60. Sunday night, rain likely, low will be around 51 degrees. On Monday, once again, we can expect rain with our high of 62 degrees. Monday night, 40% chance of showers. Our low will be 51 degrees. And that's our weather for tonight. And now here's your Pennsylvania midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. Pick 2, 6, 5, pick 3, 612, pick 4, 4075, pick 5, 153, 80. Lottery numbers on FYI brought to you by Boyer Insurance Agency. Boyer Insurance has 2 locations to serve you. One is in Cunningham on Sugarloaf Avenue, and the other one is in Nescopec on Broad Street. You can call Boyer Insurance in Cunningham at 570-788-3543 and in Nescopec at 570-752-7683. Now here's another Law Talk.
Hello again to Falvello Law Talk segment on SSPTV. Today we're going to talk once again about auto insurance. It's not a topic we can really cover with you viewers in 2-minute segments all at once. So today we're going to talk about really basic coverage in the auto world, and that's full tort versus limited tort. We've talked about this many times before, but it's always important to I think, to review it and make sure you know what you're buying as an auto insurance consumer. Here's the big difference. Full tort, you retain all your rights to make a claim regardless of your injury. Limited tort, you give up a lot of those rights. It becomes very subjective in the determination of how serious your injury is. And what that means is that unless you have a serious injury, as defined by law, you cannot make a claim for your pain and suffering. And that's very difficult to determine. As I said earlier, it's very subjective. But why leave that to chance? For a couple extra premium dollars, you buy the full tort, and for maybe another $30 or $40, $50 a year, if you give that up and buy limited tort, you could be giving up thousands in pain and suffering damages. It's something to consider very seriously. And even though your agent may say, hey, you have full coverage, that full coverage may involve limited tort. So ask about full tort and limited tort, and by all means, if it's something you can afford and something that you want, don't give up your right to seek pain and suffering damages for a few extra premium dollars.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
On Wednesday, our intern John-Eric Poli was cruising around in a golf cart chasing one of the biggest rivalries on the links this high school golf season.
The Marion Catholic golf team had an incredible season. The Colts finished with an overall record of 10-1, which was good enough to share the top spot in Division II of the Schuylkill League, and that left the players happy.
It was very exciting. We had some up points and we had some down points, but all in all, we played good as a team.
My freshman year, we were really good, and this year we got close to matching that. We weren't as good, but this is the best team I've been a part of at Marion, and it was pretty special to actually be a part of a team that was something bigger than just yourself. Because most people don't look at golf as a team sport, but we turned it into one.
The Colts' lone defeat came against the team they were tied for first with in the standings, Lourdes Regional. The team split their two meetings this season. Lourdes was by far the team's biggest rival.
Actually, it just started this year for the most part when they merged with a couple schools, so it became bigger, and they improved a whole lot from last year, so they were our biggest opponent, so they became our biggest rival in the division.
It was a big rivalry. They beat us at our course, and then we beat them at their course, but it was a very close match. It was all even and everything, but all in all, they're great competitors and good rivals, so we're happy.
With a tie atop of the standings, it came down to Wednesday. After having a great regular season, the Marion Catholic golf team took their talents here to Mountain Valley Golf Course for the Schuylkill League Championships. The conditions at Mountain Valley weren't a golfer's dream for a big-time matchup. The course was windy, damp, and wet, and that made it tough on the golfers.
It was brutal. The front nine was really bad. You have to get used to it, everything, but the back nine, you got used to it a little bit, the greens and everything.
It was rough. You really have to adjust your game. There was one hole I was standing there and the wind changed directions 3 different times. You had to do that, and you're so used to the greens being fast, but they were all watered down. They're really slow, so it's just a matter of adjusting yourself to play the conditions. It's like any other sport.
But at the end of the day, the conditions couldn't take the smile off the Colts' face as the team defeated their rival Lourdes by a stroke to win the Division II Schuylkill League Championship.
It's pretty cool knowing that we're the only team at Marion so far this season to do it, so it's pretty awesome, actually.
For FYI Sports, I'm John-Eric Poli.
Thanks, John. I hope the golf cart was fun. For the rest of Wednesday's local sports scores, let's go to the FYI Standard Speaker scoreboard. The Hazleton area boys cross country team got a sweep in a conference meet. The MMI boys, they lost 2, but they beat GAR. The Hazleton area girls grabbed 2 wins and they lost to Pittston area. The Lady Preppers beat Coughlin and they also lost to the Lady Patriots. Here's some Schuylkill League boys scores. North Schuylkill, they swept their cross country meet. Monoy area beat Marion and Schuylkill Haven got by Shenandoah Valley. On the girls' side, North Schuylkill got a split. Marion beat Monoy area as Tina Caparel won the race for the Phillies, and Carly Tishenko led Shenandoah Valley to a win. The Lady Bears of Monoy area beat Jim Thorpe in a Schuylkill League volleyball showdown. Pittston area beat Hazleton area in the Wyoming Valley Conference. The Penn State Hazleton women's volleyball team beat Penn State Lehigh Valley. Haley Trisacco had 7 kills and 11 digs. Finally, the Cubs beat the Reds 10-3, so Pittsburgh, They lead in the race for the top NL wildcard spot. It's only 2.5 games right now after the Pirates lost to the Cardinals. The Pirates have 3 games left to play and the Cubs have 4 in the regular season. Thanks for watching sports. Here comes the Social Report. Thursday is $1 burger night at Bottlenecks. Get a juicy 4th pound burger for only $1 all night long.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. A sports and celebrity memorabilia auction will be held Wednesday, October 7th at 7 p.m. at the Diamond United Methodist Church in Hazleton. Doors open at 6, and items include signed trading cards, photos, books, signed hats, baseballs, and much, much more. $2 donation includes light refreshments. For more info, just call 570-454-4661. And finally, the Butler Township Senior Center will be holding a Chinese auction Sunday, October 4th. Doors open at 1 and the auction starts at 3. The Senior Center is located at 411 West Butler Drive in Drums. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. George E. Lucas of Freeland. Funeral is Saturday at 11 a.m. in the St. Peter and Paul Lutheran Church. Friends may call Saturday from 9 to 11 a.m. The Cropton Hughes Funeral Home is assisting the family. Anthony J. Pittman of Whitehaven. Funeral is Saturday at 12:30 p.m. at the Lehman Family Funeral Service. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. and Saturday from noon to 12:30. Francis J. Saliga of West Hazleton. Mass is Friday at 10 a.m. in the Transfiguration Church. Friends may call Friday from 9 to 10 a.m. The Hillary J. Bonin Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. Elizabeth Lee Tomko, formerly of Pottsville. Funeral is Saturday at 9:30 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Saturday from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. Francis M. Spock of Freeland. Funeral is Saturday at 9 a.m. from the McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home. Friends may call Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. And Marion Storts, formerly of Lake New Angola. Funeral is Saturday at 11 a.m. from the Davis Dinelli Funeral Home. Friends may call Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Megan Taurus of Mahanoy City. Megan, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Great job, Bella Lasant, directing the news tonight. That next generation of Lasant family already starting to take our jobs. That's great. Well, tomorrow it's Football Friday. Time for our Week 5 Football Friday feature. Get ready for that. We'll see you then. Take it easy, everyone.